Okay, so I get invited to the Indy 500, which I've been to things like this before as I'm not going to call myself an influencer, as a person of influence.
Got it.
That's the same thing.
Sure. Now let it fly. Yeah.
I'm already digging myself a hole, I feel like. Okay, so, and you're usually going into this blind. And have you ever been to the Folds of Honor softball game we play? Mm-hmm. Did you go to it or no?
No.
Okay, so.
I know of it.
Yeah, so you look up, and I went to, I play in celebrity softball tournaments, and you try to figure out who's there.
Yeah.
Who's going to be there. Not necessarily like Danae Hayes, who's been in here on the pod. Like she was on my team. Mm-hmm. So I looked up, who is she? What does she do? What is she about? So just so you're aware.
Yep.
Okay, and you always see the roster of who's appearing just because you want to know who everybody is. So the Indy 500, they go, hey, meet us at this parking lot. You're going to get on the celebrity bus. Meet at this parking lot at 9 a.m., which is, you're just going in blind.
You have no idea the level of celebrity that's going to be there. Like, yeah.
Am I like, you know how you see like celebrity golf tournament, there's one, like, you're like, are you the face?
Yeah.
Or are you like,
was I a late ad? Or or was I an early call?
All right. How are we qualified? And the worst thing to ever do is meet somebody and you're like, oh, whatever. And then they're huge. You find out they are huge. You can't go back.
Right.
And be like, oh, what's up, dude? Like,
right. Yeah.
You have to kind of, and there's also, everybody has like handlers or like publicists or assistants with them.
Yep.
So, dude, it's 20 of us plus, and you have no idea who's who.
Yep.
So we get on this bus, and I immediately, I mean, just because I know them all from Instagram now. So I knew there's a guy named Tristan Jass who is huge on Instagram, 2.4 million followers. He does like basketball trick shots.
Okay.
That's probably, he does a lot more than that. Louis De Silva, who's an actor, sat next to me, who has 1 million plus followers. Annie Agar, so there are all these like, and like Flava Flav was on there. And then there was, I'm trying to read everybody that was on there just so I don't mess everybody up. There's a bunch of people that are like me, but in their world.
Yep.
Like I'm big in certain places.
Yeah.
But otherwise, nothing.
So like really big in their lanes.
Yes.
Got it.
That's the best way to describe it. Except for Flavor Flav was the only who transcended everybody. Like everybody knows who that is.
Yeah.
So we're all riding this bus, and we're all trying. And I was like chatting with. Again, you have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean, I kind of recognize people, and then you're like chatting with. And I go, oh, I know that I said I did a show out there, which is like kind of a.
That's a little bit of a
what
like, hey,
or like, oh yeah, I'm like a comedian or like, because you have no idea.
Right.
Anyway, so we get to the place.
And you don't just want to go, who are you?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
You can't ask that.
Right.
Because it's disrespectful.
Right.
Because everybody's like a type A type personality. They were like, dude, you should know who I am.
Yep.
And everybody with like this kind of fame, it's like not for everybody knows Tom Hanks. Everybody knows Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. Celebrity now is like sliced off.
Yeah.
And everybody has like a little section.
Yep.
So we're all riding on this bus and everybody's like trying to like, I don't know, meet each other. Mostly everybody's just in their own world. And then we get out of the bus and now we're walking in public to the race. And now you're seeing like,
yeah, who's turning heads?
Yeah. Like, dude, is that?
Yep.
And now you're like really seeing like this is like in real time.
You're gauging influence in real time. You're going like who here is making people be like, oh, wow.
Who can like make shots?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah. And you're like, it's just such a mind-boggling like experience. Because we're all like, there's one girl that has like 15 million followers, but I couldn't really piece together like how or like what Not how. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Like where was the circle? Like what exactly?
Yeah,
but I guess mine too.
Yeah.
If on my Instagram's like tour dates on sale.
Yours is immediate. Oh, stand-up comedian. Got it. Because it's all.
Yeah, but
it's
I
all
also
clips.
there's also a girl that was she makes like sketches. Mm-hmm. She doesn't tour live.
Got it.
So I mean, I have a bunch of lives. They would probably be live. He's a comedian. That's what I would go by. I would like to say not an influencer. So we all go there, and people are shouting me out. So
Sweet.
they're like, oh, people are like, oh, what's up?
So you're feeling good out of the bus now. You're like, I'm definitely getting some nods.
This is I'm feeling good out of the bus. The people are like, John Chris, what up? And I'm like,
as you were on the bus riding over there too, were you like, I can't wait to get off this bus and let some people see?
Well,
me
I saw the type of people that were walking in.
Yeah.
And I was like,
these are my people.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I was like, a lot of American flag, overalls.
Yeah.
I go, oh, a lot of Crocs.
You're like, I'm home.
Oh, yeah.
This is a home game for me. Yeah,
like,
let's do this.
Wait.
Yeah, you're going to see me in front of my crowd? Let's go, dude.
You kind of in front of my crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we do the race. Everything was good, right? Everything was fine. And everybody kind of splits up once you get out there. There's like a bunch of different things to do. Some people are going on like the IndyCar, like they're doing they're doing laps in like a Corvette. Some people are going to meet and greet. Some people have radio, a bunch of different opportunities. So at the end of the day, I'm sure it's 20 of us. There's the bus that's taking us back after the race. There's 3-hour rain delays. This is 7 hours later. So everybody comes back to the bus, and the driver of the bus, like this is the biggest spectators event in the world.
Yep.
330,000 people.
Crazy.
In one, but it's insanity. And we all rush out to this bus. I get there first. And I'm like, hey, who we left with are still here? Everybody has like, there's no way with the 3-hour rain delay, there's no way these actors are still here.
Yeah.
Like they've gone home.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, or like the one guy, Luis da Silva, had 2 kids.
With him?
And yeah, he has 2 kids, and he had a handler, and I think he had his wife there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he was sitting next to me. Great guy. Wants to collab.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, well, there's no way he's here. It's 8 hours, and he's got 2 infant children.
Yeah.
And she goes, they don't tell me nothing. The bus driver had no idea.
Okay.
They don't tell me, and I go, and people are pouring out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, hey, if we don't go, we're
stuck here
forever.
Yeah.
Like, a concert where you like leave during the last song so you can get out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, if we don't go now, so we're not waiting. And somebody was like, who's still here? And no one has any idea. So now everyone's on with their publicist, agent, because these people don't
Well, they're not handling this.
And by these people, I mean me.
You.
Also.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, well, you don't know who's coming back. She goes, I don't know. They don't tell me anything. And I go, I'm immediately like, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
This is going to be a disaster. And so then everybody's calling there because there's 20 influencers on that. Nobody wants to stand up and be like, lose it.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is in there. Mm-hmm. And so somebody goes, well, we're waiting on Flava Flav.
Which is crazy because he knows what time it is. He's wearing a clock.
Flav knows exactly what time it is. Knows exactly what time it is.
Yeah.
And here we go. All right. And that was like, everybody kind of rolled their eyes and laughed because I was like, well, it's going to take him a long time.
Sure.
Because everybody's stopping him.
Yeah.
So, and he goes, I made a joke to, what's her name? I go, she was sitting next to me. I go, that's crazy. Everything we've accomplished in our lives, we're sitting in a bus in the infield, the Indy 500, waiting on Flava Flav to get back
in 2024.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just objectively nuts.
Good for him.
Yeah, killing it.
Yeah.
But it turns out like I kind of roll my eyes at people that are just like out here to like be out here, but he's like a huge fan of like I think he like a Will Power, the IndyCar driver.
Nice.
So he's like, that's odd to be like, why was he there? He was like, has a connection. So
cool.
It's not like, which everybody kind of did. Same
Nice.
with me. So so now everyone's back and we're ready to go, we're late anyway. The bus driver, it's a 30 passenger bus. It is facing. You know how like if you go to a big event, you back into your parking spot, so you can immediately go out.
Yep.
So the bus is facing deeper into the track.
Yikes!
Like we all have to go out this way. The bus is facing this way. You can't back that thing up. It's huge.
Yikes!
So she goes, well, we're supposed to go back out that way, and I'm facing this way. And I'm like, you've been sitting here for 6 hours. Why don't you turn it? They're like, what?
When no one was here.
It's not us.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. She's like, I don't know. They don't tell me anything. and we're all, dude. I'm sitting in the front. Smoke is coming out of people's ears. Smoke, because everybody, like 2 of the girls had to get like a flight. One of the people was on a private flight. So like we have to go.
Yeah.
We're not more important than anyone else. I'm not saying that. But they were
no, you're trying to get out of there.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
And we had but we had a police escort in. Mm-hmm. So that everybody was in traffic. We had a police escort that took us in. And she goes, we don't have a police escort out.
Yikes.
And everybody, I'm telling you, it was so fascinating. It's just like a cultural moment, because I leaned over to, I don't have to give her everybody's names, but I leaned over to her. I go, this is so wild, because everybody in here, the reason we are in here is because we don't tolerate this. Mm-hmm. Like amongst our teams, or like everybody does it this way, I'm doing it this way. That's why we all have jobs, because we couldn't like work in corporate America, or we go, I'm not doing it that way. My whole career, you can't do. I'm going to do it. So everybody's sitting in there. No one knows what's going on, and I'm going to say 30 minutes have passed. We have not moved a revolution on the tire.
Yikes.
Because we went all the way in the deepest place into the infield to turn around.
Yeah.
And now we're at the back of 330,000 people. And so one of the guys, I think he was a former NBA athlete. He goes, well, do I have time to go to the bathroom? And they were like, yeah, sure, we're not moving anywhere. And so he gets off with his like camera guy, and they didn't come back. So I don't know where they went.
They're still in Indy.
Well, everybody is at some point going to be like, I'm doing this myself.
Yeah.
And everybody that has their own business goes, I'll no.
And he's probably like, my people will get me out of here. This is ridiculous. I'm not waiting for this bus driver.
Yes. Yeah. So I proudly, I go, I can't be on this bus anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to find my own way.
Yeah.
So Annie, I don't want to mispronounce her last name. Annie Agar I believe is her name. She's a influencer. She makes a bunch of sports, makes a bunch of videos about sports and the NFL and stuff like that. She's great.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we had talked like during the day. So I go, okay, I'm going to go. And she was with 2 other girls that were influencers that were with her. I go, I'm going to go. And I go, let me get your phone number, because we're going to share locations with each other. So if I'm trying to get out of here and this bus catches up to me, I'm going to get back on the bus.
Yep.
And everybody, they're
Smart.
like, but we kind of did that. Like, I was like, Flav, what do you think? And I was kind of joking, but he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Like,
he was like, oh, say.
Oh, yeah, we clipped that.
Yeah, dude.
So I go, hey, let's share locations. And she's like, are you sure you're going to go? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to not. I'll figure something out. But we had to arrange this like public, like in the bus. Mm-hmm. Everyone else was listening to, and I was like, I'm going to.
As you guys are just scheming. They're
just
all
like
listening.
I was like, and we got everybody has to go back to where we met the cars, which is 4.5 miles. Mm-hmm. So
which might as well be 500 at this point.
looked it up. It's a 2 hour and 20-minute walk. So I was like, all right, well, 4 hours. I mean, I can run 4 miles on a treadmill. I'm wearing jeans, but I was like, there's no way. All right, so I leave and I tip, and it was a lot going on, and I didn't want to get like, I was like, I'm abandoning the group, like we're on the deck of the Titanic or something like that.
Right.
So I tipped the lady. $100.
The bus driver.
Yes. And I go, thank you so much. You've been great. You've been waiting out here for 7 hours.
Yeah.
We're very thankful you've had the opportunity to help us out. I'm not mad at you. Peace offering.
Yeah.
I leave. And now I'm like, oh, this is like the Amazing Race. Like everybody's seeing where I am. I shouldn't have done that, I don't think. Because if it's 2 hours and they zoom past me and I'm crawling on the side of the interstate, they're like, what an idiot. All of these people, by the way, because they all know, they were like all following along.
They're all huddled around her phone now, Annie's
seeing
phone,
where I'm
watching
going,
you.
and they're not moving.
Right.
So I had to get out of the track is 2.5 miles. So the track is huge. So first I have to get out of the track. So I got a guy with a pedal bike that he takes rides. It's not like a guy has stolen a bike.
Yeah.
I was like, how far can you take me? And he's like, I can take you to the edge of the track. I go, all right. So I pay him $20. I get
That's
out.
step one. You're now out 120 on this mission.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm out. So I'm ahead. So now it's I'm at a 2-hour walk. Still.
Yep.
Maybe 2. Yeah. So but the time is cutting down.
Yep.
So
Bus hasn't moved still?
hasn't moved. Because I know where the bus is.
Right.
And I'm kind of like, what? I can't unshare my locations because I think he died. You're like, he's not sharing locations anymore. What happened?
That's actually funnier. I wish you did, because they would have been like, dang, man, we don't know.
And he just never heard. We never posted again.
Yeah, they would have to see if an episode comes out this week to see if you're all right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, they can see where I'm going. So I'm on the road, but you can't call an Uber there. Everybody's walking in the middle of the cars. Like the people are walking faster than the cars are moving.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, by myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, I shouldn't be out here. I should not be out
This
here.
is not a good idea.
No, dude, it's horrible. And if the girls would have come with me, we couldn't have done any of that.
No.
We would have just been, I don't know. So I'm walking faster than the cars. And then I probably walk a mile. I probably walk for 20 minutes. And now the cars are starting to go, and the bus is still at the same spot, by the way.
Okay.
The bus is still at the same spot. I'm now at an hour 40-minute ETA walking. Bus has not moved. And she's telling me people are now abandoning the bus. Like other people are starting to do what I did.
Yeah, because they're looking at your location going, look at how far John is.
Yeah,
he's made
what's
ground.
He doing, dude? Yeah, they're showing the bus driver. What the? Yeah. So I'm
Are you sweating your face off, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm like, maybe I should run because I don't want this bus. If this bus zooms past me, it's over.
It's a bad look.
It's a very bad. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm like, they're not stopping for me. They'll be like, you left.
Yeah,
us.
you're gonna thumb it,
and I'm gonna get, dude. Imagine me walking back into that bus, sweating,
soaking wet
in front of all those influencers, and be like,
$120 down, getting back onto the bus that you already tipped. Like, and then sitting back on the bus and thinking, do I have to tip her again?
I'm shutting down my Instagram.
Yeah.
Imagine I'm standing there, they pull up, stop, like, and open the bus door, and
Hey, everybody. So sidewalks are nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all in with this. So, and now there's a bunch of stoplights, and it's pretty much one road from it's downtown straight, right? And so now the cars are starting to move faster because it's an hour after, but there's lights. And I was like, the cars are going past me. And I was like, I got to get to one of these stoplights. And I think I got to just ask somebody to get in their truck bed.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm going to say the Indy 500, there's plenty of truck beds.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say that, but there's a lot of truck beds.
With some choice flags in the back, I'm sure.
There's a lot of truck beds.
Yeah.
But a lot of truck beds these days are now covered with the little lining thing or whatever.
Yep.
So I'm looking for all right, who...
You need a good old boy.
I need somebody with their windows down.
Yeah.
With not drinking, but being
someone who's having fun.
That so I could ask, can I get in your truck bed? So I asked, I was like, hey, and we're at a red light. And they're like, these people have been backed up in traffic. It's like, we're trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
So I go, there's a man and a wife, and there's 2 kids in the back. Mm-hmm. And I didn't see the kids in the back, but I go, hey, can I have a ride? When I'm I'm obviously leaving the Indy 500.
Right.
Everybody is. It's not like a stranger. I would never let anyone in my car.
Yeah.
That's just. I'm like, and then he goes, what? And then the wife goes, he's wanting a ride. He's like, where are you going? I go, that way, like, which is probably not the thing to say. Wherever y'all are going, I'm going.
Yeah. Wherever you're taking your kids.
And he goes, there's like construction.
I'm going there.
There's like construction equipment in the back.
Okay.
There's like some this is like his work truck.
He's a contractor or something. Yeah.
He goes, hell, yeah, sure, man, hop on.
All right.
So I'm in. Now I'm in.
Okay.
And now I immediately send a video back to the bus. Me in a.
Do you have it?
I said, yeah.
Can we put it in the episode?
Of course, dude.
Okay.
First, I send the video of the pedal bike.
Yep.
I go, I'm one step. Now
we have to put these in the episode.
I got
That's
it. Yeah, I'll send
funny.
them both to you.
Yeah.
I was like, so now I'm in the back of the truck. Oh, and I get a video of all of everybody in the bus too. They're riding in the back of the truck.
No way, dude.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm moving.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, and they go, and they took me all the way. They were staying in a hotel. And I was the back thing was open, so I was talking to them. Mm-hmm. They're like, and I was like, this is the wildest story you've ever heard. I'm a comedian. I was like, my name's John Crist, and I'm trying to get back to this bus, and we just left this bus with Flava Flav, and they were like, what? And I got back, and I'm like, and I was just driving home. My car was there, and I was like, but I just want to go home. So I got 4 hours to drive home. I start driving home, and they can all see my locations. They're still there.
Dang.
Still inside the track.
I wonder if they're still there to this day.
They might be still there, but a lot of them, because we all tagged each other, and I was like, are y'all still on that bus? And they're like, absolutely elite move.
That feels so good when you outsmart the crowd like that too.
Well, I feel like, with like Lydia, if Lydia was there, she would obviously not. I was by myself.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more elite, or if I was with anybody or like I was like, but you're like, everybody's feeling it. We cannot. And then the president of the track, who like texted me, they were like, we need to hear what happened with the influencer bus. Like it was like
like they got hit up by people's teams.
Yeah, because everyone's like, everything was great in the race except like what happened with the influencer bus.
Yeah, of course.
A disaster.
Yikes, dude. That's tough.
But now I'm being known as the guy that left the bus.
Yeah.
And made it.
No, I mean, it's good to know that like if we ever get into some trouble, you'll just leave everybody behind.
Oh,
but like, yeah, that's all.
Hey, I'm gone.
Yeah, see ya.
Like it's just like the type
I want
of
to
energy.
live.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same type of energy where like you're not getting like service at your table, and you go to the bar for a refill.
Yeah.
You're like, nobody has any water.
Yep.
And then everybody's gonna leave at some. We talk about this all the time. Everybody's gonna leave at some point,
right,
to get water.
Yep.
Who goes first?
Yeah. And
I was like, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah, you would have grabbed the first lifeboat on the Titanic.
For sure.
Gone.
See ya. First.
Yeah.
Alone.
I'll tell y'all a story.
Yeah, because I'm going to be alive. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be alive. But you do want to be, I feel like if you are in a company or perhaps a relationship, you're like, you want to be with the guy that's like, I got it.
Yeah. I'll get us out of here.
But that also, 99 times out of 100, it works. But if that one didn't work because I was playing this in my head, and I didn't think about the locations. Everybody knew where I was. Because I go, if we're on this road, if the bus is coming by me, I can't go hide behind a house.
No, they see you.
But I can see where they are, so I would know where they're, but they can see me.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They're like, he's behind that Jimmy John's, dude, in
a
dumpster.
Yeah. This is worse.
Because he doesn't want us to see him.
Yeah.
We're all be like, what up?
Yeah. I'm glad it worked out.
It worked, dude. That was probably my favorite memory of the whole race.
Well played.
Unbelievable race, though.
Adventures like that are cool. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just such a... Lydia goes, you should tell that because everybody kind of wants to know like what those type of things are like.
Yeah. You'll remember that from the Indy 500
and every time I
versus
see
the
any
race.
of those people, they were like, that was the guy that left.
Yep.
Yeah.